Hello, and welcome to this module on strategies for taking multiple choice questions or MCQs. This module is important since most of your exams may contain MCQ questions. Before we dive further, let's take a look at the structure of an MCQ. Sometimes you may have a straightforward recall question, usually one line, that asks you for a direct answer. But other times, you will see a scenario with a question embedded in the stem, like this one. These questions usually require you to critically think and apply your knowledge to determine the answer. You also have several answer options, and within the answer options, you'll find distractors as well as the correct answer. How do you approach an MCQ question? Start by reading the question embedded in the stem first. Note what the question is asking. Then read the full stem in its entirety. Draw a sketch or flowchart if it's helpful. Identify any clues such as times, amounts, age, etc. Once you understand it thoroughly, try to answer the question on your own without looking at the answers. By covering up the options, it will help you to recall information you've studied without being tempted to select an incorrect option. If you don't know the answer, simplify the question based on what you know before reading the options. Then, read every option even if you think you found the answer. The objective is to find the best answer, not just a good answer. Evaluate and mark each option as you go by crossing off the wrong options. Circle the best answer if you know it. If you have difficulty choosing the best answer, try thinking of each option as a separate true or false question and mark each one with true or false to narrow the selection. Go back to the stem and review the clues. Click the link to access these steps in handout format. Feel free to try on your own. If you need additional support with this approach, make an appointment with a learning strategist. If you don't know the answer, mark the question for review. If you have to guess, pick the best answer. Mark the question for review and move on. Come back to it during the review time at the end. Sometimes the answer will occur to you simply because you are more relaxed after having answered other questions. Sometimes, too, your answer to one question provides a clue to answer the other questions. Overall, remember to look for the best answer, not just the correct one. Here are some additional tips to consider in order to eliminate answer choices and choose the best answer. Range of numbers. If the answer is a number, choose a number that isn't the highest or the lowest. Oftentimes, the answer is nested among several options that use many of the same words. Choose from among the similar ones. When there are similar answer options available, but one option may be longer or adds more information, then choose that option. Look out for terms like none, always, never. One of these terms can change the whole meaning of a question. When you see one of these terms, read the question carefully, as such terms can be misleading, and do not allow for exceptions. On the other hand, words such as usually, generally, sometimes, and often allow for exceptions. If all of the above is not often used on a test, it can be a favored choice. However, don't assume every time you see all of the above, it is the correct answer. Always go for logic and structure in deciding the best guess. The wild one is usually least likely. Eliminate options where the grammar of the question stem is not in agreement with the grammar of the option. To change or not to change. Most students change their answers when they start second-guessing themselves. If you are considering changing answers because you are anxious or doubting your abilities, you should probably leave your answer alone. Always go with your gut feeling and do not change your answer unless you have a strong rationale for changing it. For example, did you in fact select the wrong choice? Did some other question jog your memory with new information that can now be used to select the correct answer? Do you have a strong rationale for why a different choice is more correct? Did you misread the question? If not, don't change your answer. We wish you best of luck in your exams. Should you need further assistance on this approach, please make an appointment with a learning strategist at DES. This concludes our module on how to approach MCQ questions. We recommend that you practice as many questions as possible using these strategies.